with Country Outback Crafts, and today I'm going to show everybody how I created these daisies done on this wood log decor. What you're going to need is a wood platform. Doesn't have to be this log. I used this ice cube tray that I had purchased from Dollar Tree. And what we're going to do is just make petals. And what I did was I had put the hot glue into the little plastic part no further, which made the center of the flowers. And I'll just show a quick way on how I did it. Again, I made some ahead of time so that they would be cooled down so I could show everybody. You can do them on the top, or you can do them using just the center. Again, you're just putting it onto the rubber. You're not going all the way up into here. I wish I could show you all a close-up, but you're just doing it. It's hard to see. You're just doing the blue section. You're not filling it all the way up. And again, I'll just make a couple. I have them made already. And again, when you pop them out, you're going to have, it's like concaved, it's beveled, so it's not perfectly flat. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to point you guys down. We're going to make the petals that are going to go around the flower. Again, I've made a whole bunch, so I don't have to, we all don't have to sit and have these dry. But all you're going to do is you're going to make a teardrop and you're going to pull it. Bring your hot glue up so you don't have strings. Again, it's very hard to see. I don't know if I have something white I can put behind here. I don't know if that'll help. Let's do a paper towel. Maybe that'll help everybody see a little better. Can anybody see? I'll hold it up. Let me make a few. Again, you're just going to make your little first ball, and you're just going to pull it straight down and bring your glue gun back up so you don't have that drip coming. You're going to make your teardrop. You're going to pull your hot glue down, back up. Again, bear with me and I will show everybody. Let me just make a few. If anybody has any questions or comments that I do miss during this live, I will answer everybody back. Again, I'm just going to make a few because I did make them already, so we don't have to sit and wait for these to dry. And you're going to take and make some small little white circles as well, or clear circles. Just some small ones. And that is going to be the center of your daisy. Okay, I'll show everybody. Like I said, I have them all made already, so we don't have to wait for this to dry. So that's what you're going to do. Again, I'm going to set that off. because we already have them made already. So you're going to have a whole bunch of those made already. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your round, your concave piece that you made from your ice cubes, and you're going to start to place your little petals on. Always remember your center point that comes to the top. You're going to do it all the way, we're going to do them all the way around, but you want to stay at that center point. And all I do, I don't know if y'all can see this, let me move this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tip of my heat gun. Let's put this here so I don't burn nothing. I'm going to take my petal and I'm going to just run it back and forth across that heat tip. So you're melting your little end piece. And you're going to place it onto your little round circle that you made from your ice cube tray. And it's going to adhere like that. And we're going to do this all the way around. Again, I'm just melting this little top tip that we made for our teardrop. And we're going to place it to the center point. And you're just going to hold it down. Again, you're going to want to try different little drips that you did. Some fit prettier or nicer. And if by chance when you go to put a petal down and it's like too high for the next one to be placed, just take your heat gun and hit that little tip to that flower. Remember, just the tip. You don't want to ruin the petal part. And that'll make it flatter for the next petal to lay smoother down. I'll show you here. Again, if anybody has any questions and I miss them on this live, I will answer them right after. Again, you're going to do this all the way around. Again, you're just heating up your tip from your teardrop, and you're going to place it onto the next one. So you're getting the petal as you're going around. And if there's a petal that, like it's too far and you don't like it, just pull up and just move it back over. It's that easy. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. there's a part that lifts off of your petal and it didn't adhere all the way, just put your little tip to your heat gun on it and just push it back down. You just keep going around and finding the right petal to put into the next spot. And you're just going to keep following that center. So your tips go to the center of it. I'm going to melt the center down a little because it gets a little high sometimes. Again, just stay in the center. It's going to be covered anyhow when you put your center to your flower on. I'm just melting down the gathering of them all. Sometimes gets a little high. So you're getting your petal. Welcome in, everybody. For those of you that are new watching, thank you and welcome. I hope you hit that subscribe and that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. couple more, and we'll be done with this flower. Again, if it gets too overwhelming in the center and stands up high, just tap the center and that'll melt it down. There we have our first daisy. And again, don't worry about if the center looks, you know, all like that, because we're going to cover it up. So there is one. And when we took those little drops, again, we're going to heat that center up, and that is going to be our center. Let me show. You're going to just take the tip of your heat tool, and you're just going to hit it with the tip so it melts that center section of your flower. And you're going to take your little circle and you're going to push it on there to be the center of your daisy. So there you have your daisy. Okay, there's one, and we'll do another one. And you can also paint them. Again, meanwhile, I'll show you how you just push that rubber on the ice cube tray to push your centers out. Oops. That is the center to start your daisy. Again, just push on the plastic to the cube tray, and they come right out. And that is the center to your daisy. Again, all we're using is the tip to the heat tool to soften up the little petals that we have made. Sometimes you might want to just put a little dot in the center so you know the center as you're going around. I've done so many that after a while you get used to where the center is. So it comes natural. Like I said, if it starts to build up on that center point, just tap on it and it'll make it so it's not so raised up. Again, if I miss any comments, I apologize, but I will answer any questions after the live. Again, that's putting the petals on. And you just keep going all the way around. And if the bottom part of the petal doesn't stick to the circle, just hit it, tap it lightly so it gets it a little warm, and then just push it back down. And it'll tack right to the bottom. And that'll make it so it bends down. Again, before you start to make them, just make a whole bunch of these rain droplets, because some will go in the right place and some just don't fit. So you just got to make a whole bunch. And then you could see which ones fit correctly and fall right into place. Like I said, if you make quite a few of them, you'll know that you make bigger petals or tinier petals, or I don't see any comments coming up on my screen. Like I said, I will make sure to answer everything after the live. And if you go to glue one and like your drip is long, just give it a trim. We're almost done with this one. One more. Okay, there we have another one. We're going to put the center on. Find the center. That one's too small. There we go. Again, when you go to put your center dot on, just melt your center down. And then just place your little center to your daisy on. And there you have your other daisy. Now, we can make tons of these, but I'm going to show you how I adhere them onto. You can take a stick or some driftwood or whatever you have. Go in the yard and find a bunch of sticks. And I have a bunch of driftwood. So I am just going to take a couple, 2 different sizes. And these wood rounds you can get at Hobby Lobby in the wedding section. And they're just wood rounds. And again, I'm just using a piece of driftwood. And you're just gonna take your hot glue gun and you're gonna make an indentation on the back. On the back of the daisy, you're just gonna put your hot glue gun right in there, let it melt, just like that. And you're gonna adhere your stick onto your daisy. So they look like that. Again, I want it so it's hanging. I don't know if y'all can see that. But all it is adhered to the back of the stick. So that daisy's on. And you're going to do the same thing on the other one. Just take your hot glue gun. Press, don't hold it too much so that it goes through the center of the flower. Just enough to heat that up. So you can adhere it to your stick. So then you have your 2. Again, you can make as many as you need. I'm going to make more for this. And you're going to want it so that you're seeing the front of your piece. So all your pieces are going to be looking at you. You don't want to put them backwards like that. So the bad side that you see, well, it's not bad side. You want the flowers facing you when you're doing your arrangement onto your wood piece. So all I do is take my driftwood and I build up a small spot around the bottom of the stick. that's going to make that driftwood stand in that spot. I think this is the longest part of the project, because you have to wait till it sets up in there so it'll make it stand. Again, they're that simple. You can paint them. You can add fairy lights to them. Again, I'm not seeing any questions, so if any questions do come across, I will answer them after the live. And this is the longest part, is waiting for these to adhere. And you can paint these as well. I just think they're pretty just with the glue in itself, but you can't paint them. And all I did for the bottom of this one was just place just some regular moss around the bottom, so it just covers up where you had put the glue. You can paint this as well, this wood piece. I just like the natural driftwood on this. It's really pretty. It's like watching paint dry. We have a fly visiting. He's enjoying those flowers. Now that'd be cute if it was a bee. We have a fly visiting. Again, you can also, even as a gift, you know, just to do single, is to put them on just one or two, on just on a little tiny round. That would be cute as well, instead of doing a larger one. Make that stay in. And there we have our 2 daisies. Again, I'm going to do a whole bunch more onto this log piece, but I just wanted to show everybody that it's that simple. Again, you can paint these as well. And if you're new to the page, I hope that everybody subscribes and follows. And thank you everybody so much, and everybody have an awesome day.